What's going on, Nerd Pack? It's your friendly neighborhood nerd, Zach, back at it with another video. Now, today we're actually doing a little bit of an update video. Since we're at the beginning of 2025, I figured it'd be a good time to give you guys a big update video. Try to do one at least every few months, so that way you kind of got an idea of what's coming down the pipeline. Now, most recently, had my first live stream on the channel, went pretty well, had some good conversations with everybody. Speaking of things to come, what's the next TV show you're doing on the channel, if you don't mind me asking? So, TV show, really got to know the people that were there, so that was fun. We played a little bit of Marvel Rivals, some Magic the Gathering Arena. Didn't really hop into TCG Shop Simulator much, but that's another thing that's on the table for things to play. I really aim to get to know you guys during these live streams, so definitely feel free to hop in and ask any questions, chat, anything like that. Don't be shy. I don't bite, I promise. Now, some of the games I aim to play during these live streams are Magic the Gathering Arena, TCG Card Shop Simulator, Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels. Even go back to some nostalgic games from my childhood, like Zelda Ocarina of Time, a Spyro trilogy, just some classics that, spent a lot of time playing growing up that you could really say are definitely in the nerd niche. And then, of course, there's Marvel Rivals. I do also want to do a playthrough of The Last of Us because eventually I want to check out the show, but I don't want to watch the show until I've played the game. I feel like that's the proper order for that. Let me know in the comment section below if you think I should do it the other way around. Now, trailers are actually going to be coming to an end as far as reactions. I'm going to do one final batch of a few trailers that I did say I was going to do, and I kind of want to watch anyways. But as far as especially Marvel and stuff like that goes, trailers reveal a lot, and sometimes there's things I just don't want to know yet. Big examples were Deadpool Wolverine, Captain America Brave New World. Just there's a lot of stuff that ends up being revealed that I would prefer to see for the first time when I'm watching it. So after this next batch of trailer reactions, I won't be doing trailers anymore unless it's one that is requested through Patreon, and in that case I will definitely do it. And fan requests I will also cover here shortly in a little bit when I go through the Patreon benefits. Now, some of the movies that we have coming down the pipeline will include a couple of the fan requests. Those are my first priority at the moment, which will be Constantine with Keanu Reeves and Red, White, and Royal Blue. Those are the first two fan requests I have, so I'll be taking care of those first. We will be taking a little bit of a break from Heartstopper. I will continue into seasons 2 and 3 and hopefully 4 if we get it. I'm hoping. But for now, I'm going to focus on getting some fan requests done. And then, of course, Venom the Last Dance and Kraven the Hunter are both now available on digital, so I'll be checking those out as well. I'm not paying attention to reviews and what other people think about it, and I'm just going into it with a clear mind and, my huge fan mindset where I just enjoy seeing these characters on the big screen and know that these are the last two adaptations from Sony. Thank goodness. I mean, well played, Sony. Well played. Another movie that I was told I should check out that I don't know, it never really piqued my interest, and the reviews weren't that great, so I just think I ended up shrugging it off. But The New Mutants I want to check out eventually. And then another franchise I'm really interested in is actually the Kingsman franchise. I've seen a couple clips here and there over the years, and it's always piqued my interest, but I've never branched out to actually watch them. So I figured this would be a good place to do it. Now, some of the shows that are coming up, I really want to cover Peacemaker. I really want to do Game of Thrones. I know it's a pretty large series, and so is the next one I'm going to mention, but Doctor Who, and I know that's kind of a complicated one because there's different series that I should watch in a certain order. So let me know the proper order to that down below. I want to check out The Penguin as well, the first DC show under James Gunn. I'd like to check that out, see how it is. Now, my wife is a huge Supernatural fan. She's seen every episode. I've seen some of them out of order. You know, I really want to start it from start to finish. I just really like the characters and the story idea behind it. It's a really, really cool idea. So I really want to explore that whole story start to finish. So I think that'll be a cool one to dive into as well. I also want to cover Sherlock with our good friend Benedict Cumberbatch, you know. I think that would be a good show to check out as well as going back through time to my childhood again to X-Men, the original animated show, so that way we can lead into X-Men 97. I also have to catch up on the what used to be Netflix Marvel shows, such as Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, The Defenders, Punisher, you know, all those. If there are some that you guys would rather see than others out of that group, let me know down in the comment section below and I'll focus on those. I know Daredevil and Punisher are probably going to be the two main focuses at first. Let me know if you think that should be different. I also want to go back to, since TCGs are going to be part of the channel as well eventually, I want to go back and I want to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Start to finish. I also want to go through the different Pokemon shows and movies, start to finish as well. I think that would be a cool thing to go through. I want to cover Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched a little bit of that when it was first coming out, but I don't know, I never continued it for some reason. I can't remember why. I don't think it was because I didn't like it, because it's a good show. I never finished it. I don't know. So I want to go back and watch that. And then I also got to look into What If. I know I've seen the first season, so we'll probably do season 2 and season 3. If you want me to go through season 1 and kind of do more of like my thoughts and stuff like that, let me know. And I could start from season 1. It's just season 1 won't be a pure reaction. It'll be more of my thoughts and comments on it. Season 1 was great, so I have high hopes for 2 and 3. Now, Patreon, we have 4 different tiers. Each one has a different level of interactiveness with the channel. First one being mainly just support. Just want to shout out at the end of the video. Now, some of the interactive things I wanted to explain and kind of go into detail with is the VR chat watch parties. It's not a live stream event or anything like that. It's literally just a private VR chat watch party. We'll get together in a party. We'll go into this, basically a movie theater room in VR chat, and we'll watch movies together. Now, disclaimer, and this is what threw me off at first, was VR chat. Okay, I'm not a VR guy. I don't have a VR headset. I don't like them. I don't use them. So for the longest time I was like, "Oh, I'll never do that." But then I was shown that I could just do it right on my computer without having a VR headset. So I was like, "Oh, well, that's cool." So I just downloaded it on Steam on my computer. Jump right in on my computer, keyboard and mouse it, walk into a room, put a movie up on the theater screen and hang out, and different skins and all kinds of different stuff. Like when Deadpool and Wolverine came out, we did that, and we were dressed up as Wolverine, Deadpool, all kinds of fun stuff. VR chat watch parties I think are going to be a fun little event. That's definitely a higher tier thing, but definitely something to look forward to.
Suck it, Fox. I'm going to Disneyland. Get fucked!
Fan requests is something once a month you can make a fan request. It's something I have to react to. Disclaimer, please do not request horror movies or very gory movies because I will have you do a re-request. I won't make you waste your request and throw it away, but I will tell you in advance, if it's horror or gory, I will not do it, and I will ask you to do a re-request. Thank you very much. Now, Patreon members also get access to the Discord. We have a couple different channels for a couple different things set up, but mainly it'll be used for voice chat when I'm live streaming and gaming with some of you guys. Now, some of the video ideas I had, I want to do a multiversal deep dive where I go through from the beginning of the multiverse saga and kind of cover each project, what I think, you know, the good moments, the bad moments, the moments that left us saying holy. I also want to do a WTF moments video. What the Feige? As in a, what were these guys thinking moments? That's what I mean by that. As a, what was Feige? Was Feige not paying attention when this snuck through kind of thing? Now, another topic I also want to cover is I want to cover the soft reboot that we're getting after Secret Wars, my predictions, what I think we could get at the end of that. I also want to do Secret Wars predictions, what I think could happen with that movie, who we could see, all kinds of stuff like that. I'm also going to do different videos, rating different characters from either shows, movies, so on and so forth. Another video I want to talk about is Gambit's future. I won't go any further than that if you haven't watched a certain project, but Gambit's future, that's something I want to cover because I'm intrigued. Another thing we could do is I was always a big fan of WWE growing up. I haven't been a active watcher in quite a few years. I'd say at least over a decade, but growing up we were religious WWE watchers, man. Every Monday, every Thursday, we were watching it. And then every pay-per-view, we were watching it. WrestleMania was a big party with snacks and drinks. Oh, it was crazy. We were big wrestling fans. I'll tell you that for free. Holy moly. Now, some of the stuff that will be coming onto the channel in the future, because this isn't necessarily going to be a very niche channel. Like right now we're starting with reactions, and then that's all cool, and the reactions won't go anywhere, but eventually this channel will have to share the spotlight with other categories in the nerd niche. It's going to be a wide niche of just nerd themed stuff. That's what I like, right? Why not? Now, the only thing I will say is maybe if you guys think we should separate the nerd themed gaming content and the nerd themed IRL content to two separate channels, we could probably do that, you know. But eventually I want to have cosplay, 3D printing, trading card game stuff, you know, Comic-Con events, you know, visual effects and skits and all kinds of fun stuff that's just in the broad category that is nerd themed stuff, you know. Now you'll start to see some polls pop up on YouTube. The polls that'll be public for everyone will be more or less polls of like, oh, which character did you prefer, this one, or this one? More about opinions and stuff like that and how you feel about certain things. And then the polls that'll be on Patreon will be more determining polls of like, oh, out of this movie, and this movie, which would you rather see first? It'll be questions like that, more interactive stuff and channel determining polls. Now, I am going to be putting my main focus onto Patreon as far as extra content goes. I'm keeping 2 tiers for YouTube members, for those that want to stay strictly YouTube, don't really like Patreon, don't really need any extra content, stuff like that. Patreon will be where the extra content and stuff is. YouTube members will have better interaction during live streams and stuff like that. But as far as extra contents and interaction goes, Patreon will be the home for all that. Now, I do have an upcoming live stream tomorrow night. I am still working on the exact time that I'm going to start it, but it'll be after 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It won't be before that, and that is for sure. But I aim to go for a couple hours, talk to you guys, play some games, and also do a mass hack opening in Magic the Gathering Arena of 120 plus cards, or of 120 plus packs that I have been collecting and just waiting to do a mass unpacking on stream. That I'll also record and make a video of. And that will actually end up probably being one of the first videos to go up on the gaming channel, if, you know, that's the way we go. So let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. If you think I missed anything that we should have coming down the pipeline, let me know. I'm open-minded and ready for suggestions. So make sure you check down in the description. I'll have any and all links you need down there. Been doing some update to the link tree. Did put up a support banner for the fires in the West. So feel free to help people out over there. I know it's absolutely devastating. Families losing their houses, and it's been crazy. I can't believe it. It's insane. So I put a support banner up there, so feel free to help them out if you can. If you're looking forward to the upcoming content we got coming this year, don't forget to smash the hell out of that like button. If you're new here, welcome aboard. I'm your friendly neighborhood nerd, Zach. Welcome to the Nerd Pack. And until the next video, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby. Don't let them rain on your spark. Keep it close to your heart. All of the pressure's gonna drive you crazy. Close your eyes to the magic.